Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to take you through my actual Cronometer for the first couple weeks of me starting this high rod journey. So I'm going to go through and show you what all I ate, the nutrient levels, the calorie counts, everything that's on Cronometer. So maybe it'll help you figure out, kind of what you can eat to kind of, I guess, jumpstart. I don't know, I'm hoping it'll be helpful, but if not, well then skip to the next video. But thanks so much for watching. Please hit subscribe and hit the little bell for notifications, and on we go. So here you can see that for breakfast I had just some fruit and some lettuce. I also had, it was like a smoothie, and then I also had a salad for lunch, and for dinner I had mushroom soup, homemade, and then I had some snacks. My calories and my macros are listed there. I tried to stay with 80-10-10, and you can see, I've hit pretty much everything. I don't really worry about the net carbs. 86% of my nutrients. When I look through these things, I try to make sure that most are red or green. And then even if I have the gray ones, I try to make sure that they're over 50%. Vitamin D, I don't think I put anything in for that day. As you can see, still everything. I don't worry about my sodium. Some things aren't listed on there, but omega-6s, I try to get omega-3s more than omega-6s, but you can see, everything's around at least 50% or higher. And I'm not worried about each individual day per se getting 100% of everything, but it's the best I can do. So then on the 27th, I had a salad for breakfast. I had a mixed fruit smoothie for lunch, and a dinner I had 2 oranges, 2 bananas, 2 dates smoothie. 1208 for my calories. I just wasn't very hungry that day. You can see I'm just 6% and 6%, which is close to 80-10-10. And even though I only ate 1208, obviously, I'm not going to be green on a lot of things. I only had 66% of my nutrients for that day. That's why it's important to make sure that you're eating enough. I go by my body, so if I'm not hungry, then I don't eat. Vitamin D I didn't put in for the day. You have to put those in separately. But overall it's not bad. Your body makes those things that you don't always get, and so you don't need 100% of them every single day, which is what people think that they're doing. 27th, oh, that was still the same day. I'm sorry, hang on. Oh, that was 28th. Okay, 28th, I had a sweet bread recipe from Excalibur. I had a salad for lunch. Dinner was barbecue sauce handmade with cauliflower, and then I had an ice cream for a snack. 1639 were my calories for the day. And I actually used zesty Italian dressing for this dressing because I needed more fat for my day. So I had 77% of my calories, or my nutrients for the day. And then here was a pretty good, like almost a 80-10-10. It's pretty good. And then as we go through, I need at least 1,500 calories for my basal metabolic rate. So 77% of my nutrients, which is pretty good. I added my vitamin D's and my B12s in finally. Sometimes I keep forgetting, and that affects the amount of nutrients it shows too. I definitely don't want 100% because I don't want all my sodium either for the day, or sugars and stuff like that. So as you can see here, omega-3s were really nice. You want to try to have a 2-to-1 to omega-6s. And again, even though my body doesn't like protein, I'm still, whatever I eat is still about halfway. So for the 29th, I had sweet bread again and 2 bananas. For lunch, I wasn't really hungry. And then for dinner, I had zucchini noodles, kind of like a stir fry. And then I had bananas, blueberries, and Brazil nuts for a snack. My calories, 1574. Little low on the protein that day, but when you're not hungry, you just can't eat anything. 74% for that day. And, you know, obviously protein low, 5%. It's not like I'm having, you know, muscle wasting or anything. Everything's still going good. Your body has these stores that it can pull from. Obviously, since I'm overweight, I have a lot of stores. So 74%, that's still pretty good nutrient levels. And as you go down, you can see there's lots of greens, and the grays are, you know, close to or above 50%. The only thing I have an issue with a lot is vitamin E, because I cannot eat nuts and seeds very much. So it is what it is. Omega-3 is still good. That sweetbread recipe was really good. You should look it up on Excalibur's website. I think it's just called sweetbread. So for the 30th, I had cacao nibs, bananas, strawberries, coconut flakes. And then for lunch, I had some peanut butter carrots with broccoli, orange, and apple. I had a large salad with a hemp dressing. And for a snack, I had apples with a date cocoa powder mix. 88% of my nutrients that day. You can still have chocolate on this. 1841, as you can see, my fat was a little higher for that day, but anything under 20% is still good. It's still healthy considering, you know, most of the other doctors and what they say. So don't worry about that too much. Lots of green on this one. So see, even though I didn't get some of the things the other days, I still get them here. Plenty of omega-3s, plenty of omega-6s, and even my proteins. You know, you're good. I even got a green in there. I'm not sure why my body hates protein, but it does. So for the 31st, I had a smoothie that was mango with the greens powder, my mango smoothie. And then for lunch, I had cashew sour cream with cucumber and carrots. And then I had made a new salad with raw French dressing from Lissa's Raw Food Romance. I've hit 85% of my nutrients for the day. This was a high calorie day, 2292, man, but still a good solid. I had extra protein since I was lacking, obviously, a couple days ago. My body just kind of regulates itself. So always listen to your body. If you're not hungry, you're not hungry. If it's a healthy craving, listen to the healthy cravings, guys. If you're craving something like mangoes, please eat a mango because your body will help regulate the nutrients that it needs. And you can kind of see here, you know, obviously not as many omega-3s, but I had 2 high days. And even my protein, you know, it was decent. So June 1st, I ended up having deluxe stir fry with Lissa's nacho sauce, a huge salad with her French dressing, and an ice cream for dinner, which was 3 bananas and 1 cherry. And then for a snack, I had some spring mix with apples, and then I pureed banana as a dressing. So I reached almost all of those. 75% of my target nutrients for the day. 1622 calories, almost a perfect 80-10-10 day. Perfect calories for my body as well. And then we'll go through and check out how this all went. Lots of green. Again, still with the nuts and seeds that I really don't eat. It's really hard. Selenium, I don't always eat a Brazil nut. I try to at least once a week, but that's not always the case. Protein a little low that day for certain things. So June 2nd, I had fruit mix with 4 bananas, 1 cup of blueberries, 1 cup of raspberries, and some coconut shreds. I had a salad with the French dressing again and some flax meal. And for dinner, I had the lentil soup. That was the day that I had my friends over. I also had 2 apples with some chocolate date sauce. So 2,000 calories for that day. The lentils really jump up your calories because they're very calorically dense. 76%. Again, a really good 80-10-10 day. Even though the calories were a little bit higher, I was just hungry, so I ate more. But you'll be able to see a difference in the protein just from the lentils itself. Lots of green. As long as most is green, I really don't pay attention too much to the red because it doesn't really matter. Sorry, my dog and cat are playing in the background while I'm doing this voiceover. Well, I guess you really couldn't see a difference in the protein. My bad. So, June 3rd, watermelon and strawberries for breakfast, a salad with French dressing for lunch, and onion rings and mushroom soup for dinner, along with chocolate walnut and ice cream. So all of the calories that I had eaten up to this point, I had already lost 10 pounds of inflammation weight in 9 days. 93% that day of things. Mushrooms really bumped that up a lot, and so did nutritional yeast that I add inside my recipe. Fat was a little high, but that's okay. Still under 20%. I really don't pay attention to the calories burned and the calories remaining either because it's Cronometer sets their own stuff. But as long as I'm getting a lot of green, which the vitamin E I'm pretty sure was either the nutritional yeast or the mushrooms. And in Cronometer you can actually click on those and it'll tell you what gave you the highest nutrient level. And even a good protein day. So the 4th, I had a mango smoothie with leftover onion rings for breakfast, a salad with raw French dressing for lunch. Dinner, I had made a tangy raw recipe of tomato soup, and then I had a couple lentils to finish that off, and a bag of peas and carrots, and then I had some sunflower seeds for a snack. 94% of my nutrients for that day. 2,000 calories for that day. And then I had a good 80-10-10 day as well. I really love those onion rings. I made a video not too long ago for the onion rings that has her link to the bottom to her recipe, and you really should make them. They're so delicious. It's just unreal how delicious they are. Lots of green, even green in the protein. It was an awesome day. My dog is so mean to my cat. Hey. So June 5th, papaya, mango, banana smoothie, salad with French dressing. I love her French dressing, by the way. Banana crepes that I had made. I'm going to be putting that in my ebook I'm working on. 2 cups of blueberries, 5 bananas, cup of raspberry, and some chocolate sauce, and some shredded coconut. 72% of my calories for that day, 1,900 calories for total. And then it was a decent day, little low on the protein that day. I'm always a little low on the protein, but my body really does not like protein, and it actually makes me sick if I eat too much. So my body hovers around 5 to 7% protein on most days. So again, lots of green. And you don't need to strive for perfection. You totally can eat this way and your body will regulate itself. I am aware that I need more protein, so, don't think that I'm not. So this day I had salad with French dressing for breakfast. Then I made homemade falafels with a homemade barbecue sauce. And for dinner I had a cereal that I make that has oats, raisins, apples, coconut milk, and shredded coconut. 1929 for calories. And then I ended up having 85% of my daily nutrients. Good, kind of close to 80-10-10. This is pretty much where my body likes to be. 76-17-8. It's a perfect day for me. And we'll just keep going through. I'm just letting you see all the nutrients. I know sometimes this gets a little mundane, but it's got to help somebody somehow. Even if you eat this, you'll know these are the nutrients that you're getting. And this was a pretty high protein day for me. So the 7th, I had mixed fruit smoothie, a salad with French dressing again, bell pepper, cucumber, and a raw cashew dip for dinner. And a snack, I had a couple handfuls of peanuts and 2 bananas. I can't really eat peanuts too much, but for some reason I was just hankering some peanuts. 81% of my nutrients for that day with 1,800 calories. Lots of fat, obviously, because of the peanuts. I had a couple handfuls instead of just having one. But it is what it is. Every day can't be perfect. You just strive for the next day to be better. Lots of green, lots of green. Don't care about the red. I definitely get, I've set my protein at 42, 43. I always seem to get more than that. So it's not that big of a deal. This day, watermelon and strawberry smoothie again. This is when I was 14 days raw. Salad with raw French dressing, bananas, avocado, blood orange, and a cocoa powder smoothie with lentil soup and banana flax crackers. So I eat the lentil soup because I love it. 67% of my nutrients, 2,000 calories, 80-10-10 pretty much. I love how Cronometer never makes it 80. Like if you add those, it's not 100. But the lentils, it's just lentils and spinach. Literally, you just throw it in an Instant Pot and you cook it. And I love it. And my body craves it. So that's one of the cooked things that I've allowed because beans allow me to up my protein. And when I want that, then I will. So there you have it, guys. There's at least 2 weeks of me eating and how my numbers stack up. I know that some YouTubers you'll watch and their numbers are on point and they'll go through Cronometer and everything's green, but my body doesn't work that way. And this is very typical. Even before when I was eating, before my accident, I would log all my food and this was pretty typical for me. And I didn't have muscle wasting. I was perfectly fine building muscle. Everything was good. So I hope that that was extremely helpful for you to at least see what I was eating. Maybe go back, and I tried to go slow enough that you could freeze the frame and maybe see what I ate and maybe, mimic those 2 weeks through there. So during that time, I had lost 13 pounds in 14 days. So I must have been doing something right to spur on the weight loss and everything still be okay. So I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you on the next video.